right, I'm with Junior and Greg. You guys are participating in the hay program and came down to get some bales of hay, right?
Yes, sir.
Greg, what do you think of this program?
I think it's a huge help to local farmers. Being able to find hay was real easy outside of our area, but getting it trucked in here was what was going to kill all the farmers.
And we're doing as much as we can to get hay in here and provide at least our small farmers with an opportunity to keep their cows, because they make up about 50% of our local cattle sales comes from small farmers. So I just think it's a worthy cause to be able to try and put a program together that'll help them get through the winter if they want to keep their cows.
All right, I'm with Travis Crest. Travis, what's your role in all this out here?
I'm the project coordinator with the Soil and Water Conservation District, and Gary Marchman approached our office about helping set up this program to provide some drought relief for the farmers. So I've been working with Gary on finding quality hay and lining it up and rationing it out with the farmers that are in need of it.
Well, this has become a super popular program. It's basically a waiting list only at this point, right?
Correct. We're looking at right now about 120 applicants. We're hoping to load out the first 60 today and service out the next 60 here in the next week or two to come, and then we'll start back on the list, hopefully until we not fully supplement a farm, but enough to get them through to the warmer temperatures and the cattle can begin grazing on their cool or warm season forages.
Well, yeah, the transportation cost is huge.
It would cost you 3 times what it's going to cost you for the load of hay just to have it brought in here.
Yeah. Now, how many head of cattle do you run, or are you?
We've got 40.
You've got 40, which
yes.
is kind of the target area, 40 to 50. Now, Junior, tell me about your herd and what you've got going on.
I just come out here to get some hay, and I got 45 head of brood cows and then about 20 head of calves.
Wow, so you got quite an operation. What would happen if you ran out of hay? Do you have to just take the cattle to?
Well, I guess I'll just sell.
That's not good, because you probably have to sell it cheap when you don't want to, right?
You can't hardly give them away. The price of cattle is so low right now.
Well, now this is interesting to me, because in one way it might seem like a little bit of a government bailout, but that's not your intention. You're focused on smaller farmers who are uninsured. This is not for the giant cattle herds, is it?
That's exactly right, Tim. It's basically for your smaller farmers, and this don't carry over just for cattle farmers. I think anybody that row crops or anything like that, I think we need as a community to start looking at programs that we can put together to help these folks stay in business, because we need our farms, and that's what I believe.
All right, I'm out with Lisa Merritt. Lisa, you are really the on-the-ground brains of this operation, doing all the grunt work. Is that not about right?
Yes.
And what does that look like to you on a day-to-day basis? What's your role?
Very hectic, very busy. A lot of hours, but it's totally worth it for the community.
Well, tell us about the hours. Is it from early to late, or how can people come get hay who are on the list? I mean, do you have like business hours or what?
They can come get the hay when they're called. Travis will call them and tell them when to line up the appointments and come up here. It's usually between 8 and 3:30. Somewhere around in then, but we also work outside those hours trying to get the hay and locate the hay and have people haul it in here.
Well, we're out here at the Ag Center, and it's amazing. It's almost like an airport as far as what's going on the ground. There's forklifts, there's hay, there's people. It's busy, isn't it?
It is. We've got trucks coming in. We're loading out 10 bales at a time, which is roughly what an average farm is able to handle at one time. We bring the trucks in, set them up on appointments, load out the 10, send one in, and hopefully we've got another one in line when we load the next 10 out.
And so it's your job to keep track of all that, kind of like a hay traffic controller.
I guess you could say that. There's a lot of control. Had a lot of help from a lot of other people. It takes a lot of partners to bring all this together.
Well, can you explain this a little bit? Like we have the drought. Cattle farmers have to feed their cattle, but if there's no grass and no hay, that's what got us here, right? We're just running out of hay.
Exactly right. It's most people didn't get a last cutting, what they call the last cutting or the third cutting, and some people, on a good year, will even get 4 cuttings. Well, most people just got 2 cuttings this year, so there's about half the amount of hay available that needs to be. Now, we took applications from people, and we filled part of those applications, but not all of them yet, and we're working toward that. But we've got applications for over 5,000 rolls of hay.
Well, and you've moved how many rolls of hay? You're up in the hundreds now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we're probably right around 1,000, and hopefully, our goal is to get about another 1,000 rolls, and that'll put us at the 2,000 mark. Now we've actually put probably, I would say, roughly 600 out on the farm so far.
So Have you been through here before? Is this your first day to come out?
I came through last week and picked up my hay, and Junior's our neighbor, so we do what neighbors do. I'm over here helping him get his hay back to his farm.
I got you. So you got a big truck, and you're just coming here to stage it and go on out.
That's right.
Now it's got to be a coordination challenge, is the word I think I'll use, because you've got to find hay suppliers outside of Cullman County first, right?
Yes.
And then you've got to find transportation people with big trucks who are willing to pick it up and bring it to the ag center. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes. And we've had a lot of help with that. A lot of good people hauling for us, willing to help.
But that's got to be madness on your part to try to coordinate all that and get it timed out, is it not?
It is, but it's totally worth it to help out these community and help out these people that need the hay.
Now I've talked to farmers, and the ones who need this assistance are super grateful.
Oh, they're grateful. Yeah, look here, they're just humble, and most of these people have been great to deal with so far. You know, so it's been a blessing.
Yeah, and it keeps them from having to sell cattle that they're not able to make a margin on and go broke.
Exactly
so
right.
It's really a neat program. So anything else folks should know? I know we've got a waiting list at this point for ranchers and cattlemen to come in.
Yep, we do have a waiting list. We've cut the sign-ups off, and I wish we could have extended them, but we just had more than we could fill. So we're going to go as far as we can and provide as much as we can, and then, you know, when we run out of assets, then that'll be the end of it. I'm sorry, but that's the way we have to do it.
Well, now I'm going to ask you a question that's kind of thinking off in the future. You guys have probably learned a lot in this process, maybe made a mistake or two, but you figured out the strong points. Is this something you can kind of put on the shelf, evaluate, and if we need it again in the future, you can pull it out?
That's what we're going to try and do after this is over with. We're going to sit down and do kind of an after action and say what we did right and what we did wrong, and try to build some kind of plan that we can work off of for the future. If I'm not around or whoever's associated with it's not around, then they'll have a guideline to go by that'll help them prepare for something like this. You know.
Commissioner, I appreciate you talking to me. It's a great program. Thank you.
Thank you.